What's up guys, and welcome back to part 2 of our playthrough of Fighting Fantasy Secrets of the Salamonis. In the end of the last part we died, we succumbed to the fate of the Ratapillar, and we're starting again. Essentially we're going to see if we can do things differently and just sort of get an idea of how different this book can be, and then eventually we'll figure out the best way to do it. So we're going to be starting from scratch. Obviously, if you guys do want to check out the full story and everything and you haven't seen part 1, you're probably better off going back there, and because we do a lot, we actually read it fully. We're going to be skipping through it, making it a bit faster this time around because we don't want to be treading too much ground off just the story again. So we're going to be speeding through it. So yeah, let's get into it then.
Okay, so basically we started off in a cave and there's the two-headed troll.
Yes.
The option, and they're currently arguing between the two heads.
Yeah.
So the options were: wait for the ogre to exhaust itself, battling with itself; creep quietly around the edge of the cave and make for the exit; make a dash for the entrance; draw your sword and attack it; or try the door to your right. So to the door to the right, we found the baby ogre.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was playing with some silver coins, and we tried to take the silver coins, which woke up the...
Yeah, but there's a tunnel down there that we can go through as well. But I'm not sure, did we run through that tunnel?
That we got out by going through the tunnel.
Yeah.
So whether you want to go down there, don't take the silver from the baby and then escape safely, I'm assuming, or do you want to explore the cave?
Well, I feel that that is an easy escape. You just go through that tunnel and you get out. There's probably nothing on the way, so I reckon...
The only thing that's stopping me wanting to go through the cave is it seems like you can't keep your items.
Yeah.
But you might be able to.
Well, we don't know, do we? So we might as well find that out.
Okay.
I would say that we wait for the ogre to exhaust itself.
Really?
Because then he'll probably fall asleep, and then we might be able to sneak out and gather stuff as well.
But what if the baby starts crying behind us?
Worth finding out, I think.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I would have crept around the edge of the cave, but let's go for the...
Yeah. I want to see if there's actually anything in this cave.
Oh, but we're not searching it. We're waiting for the ogre to exhaust itself. Oh, right. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, because all of them seem to be making a dash for the exit, basically. So let's see what happens anyway when we do this. 22. It's only page 1, so if we decide to go back, it's not too much of an ask. Let the battle commence. Franish is the first to strike, slapping Manish across the face with her left hand. It is not a particularly effective blow, but neither are most of the blows that follow. You remain hidden while observing these bizarre proceedings. Manish makes a move to grab a wooden club with... My earphone just disconnected. Manish makes a move to grab a wooden club with his right hand, leaning against a wall close to the cavern entrance. But this lunge is abruptly reined in by a timely yank from Franish. Both heads are still trying to exert more influence over their legs, and they stumble around the cavern, cursing their angry other half. Eventually, the ogre heads exhaust themselves, and the creature curls up into a ball on the ground. Moments later, both Manish and Franish are snoring.
Nice.
This is your chance. Do you want to search the cave for anything that might be of value, or would you rather make a hasty exit?
I feel like we are going to get punished for this, but let's search it.
Yeah, or at least find out what's in the cave.
You rummage through the ogre's possessions. Among all the half-chewed bones and filthy furs, you find a small treasure chest.
Okay.
Hoping it might contain money or precious gems, you open it, but rather than gold jewels, you find a human skull. You have no wish to spend any more time here than necessary, so make for the entrance to the cave. Turn to 63. At least we've had there's like no harm done.
Yeah, because didn't we lose like a shit ton of stamina last time in that fight?
Yeah.
We barely just got out of it, didn't we? Okay, so 63. We'll see if this takes us into the same path now. You tiptoe across the floor of the cavern, but the light is dim and you step on a twig, which cracks as it breaks in two. Test your luck. If you are lucky, turn to 169. If you are unlucky, turn to 83. So
here we go.
So this is it's always 2 dice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So our luck is 6. It always starts on 6, and it's what?
Shit.
Oh, good job. I'm wearing pants in this stream today.
Yes. Oh no. Oh, that's good.
6. So we are lucky. So I'll deduct that luck point.
169. Taking your life in your hands, you run for the exit. Your pounding footsteps echo from the cave walls, and then you hear the surprised shouts and grunts of the ogre then the sound of it coming after you. This is the same page we left on last time. With the two-headed ogre in hot pursuit, you sprint out of the cave. As you do so, you pass a small figure crouching just inside the entrance. The little man is dressed in bright and green clothes and has pointed ears, bright orange hair, and a wicked grin on his face. Mind how you go, he says with a cheery wave as you run past him. Turn to 211. So this is the leprechaun. I am determined he is actually a leprechaun.
Or a pixie or something.
He's definitely a leprechaun. 211. What was that?
Let me just have a read.
This is when the big bird-like thing was coming close to us, wasn't it?
Yeah, so there's a big bird in the sky and he's screeching at us and...
Little man's popped up again.
Yeah. What does he tell us?
He says something wicked this way he comes.
Yeah, so essentially we hide in the darkness and we accidentally hit our head on a branch and we pass out. So that's where we go to the next portal of 5.
But the branch was actually an oar, wasn't it? For the boat.
Yes. Beyond, what's up, Beyond? How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Beyond!
What are those? Birds?
What are those?
Oh, birdie notes.
We are rushing through it, Beyond, just because a lot of the paragraphs in the start of the book are very long. Yeah. And we want to make some progress.
Yeah, we don't want to be an hour in and just about get where we were.
Yeah, so we end up on the longboat, and we realise we've passed out and we've lost our backpack, but we're sailing on and we arrive in Salamonis, don't we?
Yeah, so our adventure is basically to discover what Salamonis is, and apparently it's a place of great education. We want to learn more about this world, so that's why we're heading there, so let's do it.
27. So we arrive at Salamonis as Westport with Nanok, the tall strong arm, Rusnik Olsen. Who was Rusnik?
He is the...
like a healer?
Information guy. No,
oh no, that's Healing Hands.
Yeah. So these guys are came with us into the port. So we know these guys.
Let's see what our first option was.
Yeah.
I think we also lost stamina in this one. Oh, okay, so we can ask Rusnik some questions.
Okay.
So last time we asked him where we can find some work, what coinage is used, which we've figured out.
We asked him who's in charge, didn't we? I think you get to ask 2 or 3 questions.
Should we ask him if it's true the streets are paved with gold?
Yeah, why not? Because last time we found out about King Salamonis
Definitely not.
Or something. So, page 47. Are the streets paved with gold?
I'm tired since I was at a local board game convention this weekend. Who wants to know on a weekend, really?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's
How was the board game convention? Were you playing with people or just like kind of buying them and checking out new ones? Back to work week. Yeah, we'll be back in work tomorrow. It's bank holiday here in the UK. No, the streets are not literally paved with gold, but Salamonis is seen as a city of great wealth, Rusnik explains, and therefore attracts the usual opportunists looking to make a better life for themselves. Fortune hunters, adventurers, homesteaders, scavengers, and assorted end-dwellers. Or ne'er-dwellers, I don't know how to say that. These newcomers need to establish themselves and take jobs at any wage so they can compete with locals for work, especially for menial jobs, and this is a grave concern amongst the peasantry who blame their lack of employment on the constant influx of new arrivals, willing to work at near slave rates. So you can see why visitors are not much liked in Salamonis. What do you want to ask Rusnik next?
You already asked him everything.
No, we didn't. We asked him who was in charge.
Oh, we didn't ask him about the great centres of learning.
No, but maybe we should, because what did we have to do to get in there? We needed to know something, didn't we? We can probably figure out the answer from memory. I think it was...
I remember the answer to that one, but I don't... If there's any more,
so
you could guess.
Should we maybe ask about the central learning? Okay then, so that's 158.
Well, Salamonis is renowned throughout all the Lancia for its ancient and extensive library, and of course, a few leagues from here in the forest of Yore, Vermithrax Moonchaser has his school of magic.
Ooh.
But I don't think he's taking on any new apprentices at present. If it's some basic magic you're after, I could teach you spelling.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, no, not that sort of spelling, as in magic spells. Oh, is that what the spells are? But if it's your combat skills you're looking to improve, there's no better way than to learn on the job with the strong arms, providing protection for one of the many merchant caravans that cross the plains. Then again, there are rumours of a training ground or a testing ground, I'm not sure which, in the forest of spiders away to the north, but I wouldn't know about that. Should we make some notes?
Yes.
So, testing ground, forest of spiders to the north.
Yeah. We did have an opportunity for that. I'm pretty sure we had something to do with a training ground, or well, I think we might have had to pay for it.
Across that cash out still anyway.
Yeah.
So it's forest
of spiders in the north for training testing ground. For combat, strong arms for the barbarians, basically.
Yeah.
And who is this guy, Rusnik?
Yeah.
Rusnik can teach us spelling.
I want to learn spelling.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we did actually have an option early on where it asked us if we had the spelling skill. Okay, so that should be it. So turn to... What about that moon guy? Where's he?
Oh, yeah.
Verminthrax. Vermit, like hermit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hrax, yeah.
Moon.
Moon Chaser has his school of magic. So... Okay, so 3, 2, 3. At that moment, an elderly noblewoman and her entourage disembarked from a fine bark. I don't know how to say that word.
It's a type of boat.
How do you say it?
Where is it?
Barque.
Bark.
Bark, okay. Onto the quayside, having an eye for a heavy tipper.
Barge? Bark?
It's not barge. Rusnik bids you good luck and farewell and bustles off into see if he can be assistance to the noblewomen, waving a handful of maps to attract them. So basically, he's going to try and attract these new people who just arrived in town. And what good is a market if you have any money? If you have a city map, which we don't, turn to 43. If not, turn to 454. So we're making our way onwards.
How the hell did you get a city map by that?
It's got to be in the cave, maybe through the tunnel or something. I don't know. Unless you come back to this point, back to the port at some point. I was played Mansions of Madness. We've been told to play Mansions of Madness so many times.
I think I might have played it.
Yeah, you might have done. I think
I have played Mansions of Madness before.
Clanking Space, Ark Nova, Vanishes Rome, Hero Realms. Friday after I got my daughter from school, I bought her and we played Cabo, and then she got to teach a streamer friend that lives 2 hours away. Oh, that's awesome.
That's ace.
Very cool. So where are you from, Beyond?
You have two choices. You can either head into the city or explore the docks. Did we end up in the city?
Yeah, but what happened? I feel like we didn't get to explore it properly. Milwaukee, is that Wisconsin? Nice.
Nice. We chased after somebody in the docks and it just ended up losing us luck or stamina, or both. And then I'm sure we ended up at the Adventurers Guild in the city and we get our backpack there anyway.
Should we just try and skip through it and see if we are missing anything then?
Explore the docks then?
No, I was going to say if we skip to the city.
89 then? Straight to the city? I just can't remember where we met that other guy.
Which guy?
The grinding guy.
He was probably down the docks.
Yeah, maybe.
89?
Yeah.
An imposing and insurmountable stone wall surrounds the city, so we've basically got to the gate of the city. And if you have a trinket, turn to 229. If not, turn to 99. This is to get into the city, and it doesn't really do anything, does it?
No.
So turn to 99.
I hope we meet that guy again, because he gave us some armor and stuff.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Either way, it's a learning curve.
I'm sure we met him in the city. So travelling along eastward along the Grand Parade. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch sight of a gaunt-looking figure hobbling away down a side street. Okay, so this is the guy who we think's got our backpack, but he doesn't. So we don't want to head after him. We want to keep heading along the Grand Parade. Yeah, 50.
Okay. So we go down the Grand Parade, looking for the Royal Palace. We find the Adventurer Gold Permit. Well, you need an Adventurer's Permit to get in somewhere, so you need 2 gold pieces for that.
Okay, so this is the guy. We're outside the Adventurers Guild, and he tells us we can go meet Pig Boy, who will give us work.
Yes.
Where did we go?
I think, did we go to the swine and swine guttery?
We might have done. I think that's where we
got
met.
in there though, did we?
Oh, did we? Or did we ask this?
I think we might have asked him if he was hiring, actually.
This is how we did something, and this is how we met that guy.
Yeah. Did we try and go into the slime and swine guttery this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's where the Ratapillar is anyway. So we might gain some information or something.
Yeah, I just hope we find that guy, though. We might not doing this.
We're probably going to die again, let's be honest.
You follow the path northwest from the port in the direction of West Gate. Along the way, you check the passers-by that you're heading in the right direction, but why does everybody laugh when they hear you're going to Snouters? When the wind changes direction, you realise why. The stench is absolutely horrendous. The guttery itself is little more than a ramshackle hut buzzing with flies. As soon as you set eyes on the owner, you will understand why he's called Pig Boy Snouter, and it has nothing to do with the fact that he deals in pig guts. He looks like one. You looking for work? Snouter calls to you. He is wearing a filthy apron that is smeared with blood and much work. How did you know? You ask. Snouter laughs. It's the only reason anyone comes here, otherwise we have to go to them. Do you want to tell Snouter that you are indeed here looking for work, or do you think it would be wiser to turn on your heel and head back into town?
Look for work.
Okay, he's gonna go make a kill his Ratapillar.
Yeah. Maybe that, or no, because you need to be an adventurer for that, I think. We can turn it down if he offers us, but it says later on if we know him something, so we might get some money. We need gold.
Yeah, but we also need to go to Adventurers Guild and get our skills up.
Yeah, but until we get there, we need to figure out all the different ways we can go.
Okay.
So you follow Snouter inside the hut, wondering how long you can hold your breath for. This is where Snouter and his younger brother Jowl undertake what is surely the most disgusting job in all of Salamonis. They process rotten guts of dead pigs, fish, and other odorous, decaying animals. Clearly, Snouter's hygiene is lax, and some such work is too much to bear. They get physically sick on the job, which only adds to the stench. It's said that both Snouter and Jowler can only run the business because they have no sense of smell whatever. However, the guttery has a reputation for producing the finest rotten entrails in all of Alancia.
Oh my.
Once suitably decomposed, the guttery's products are exported mainly to Shazar, where the acidic slime is considered a rare delicacy, forming the basis of a pigwant gravy known as Lemoyne. Look, Snouter admits, I know it isn't a glamorous job, but people can't stand it for longer than a couple of hours. But just stick it out and I'll pay well for a fair day's work, and it's tax-free, he says. After all, a hog may have habits that disgust, but who would turn his nose up at its meat? If you can just put up with the stink for a few hours, this seems a good way to make a decent wage. 5 salacoins for a day's labour. So you shake Snouter's hand and set off to work. You are given the job of separating the fish guts from the swine fat. The stench is almost overwhelming. Roll 1 die. If you roll a 1 to 3, turn to 162. If you roll a 4 to 6, turn to 192. Okay? For you.
Fuck.
5 or 6.
So bad.
Turn to 192. That's probably good.
Yeah.
It could be either. 5 salacoins is a fair amount of money, I think.
Not long before the stink makes you gag. Will your nose and your stomach be strong enough to last a day of this nasal torture? Deduct 2 stamina points. If you rolled a 6, you must also permanently lose 1 skill point.
Ooh.
Thank God we didn't roll a 6. Do you want to stick it out in the hope of receiving a fair day's pay? Or do you want to quit before your nose suffers irreversible damage? Turn to 415.
Should we go for
We
it?
haven't gained anything, so we might as well go for
Yeah,
it.
and if we lose a skill point or something, we know exactly.
Maybe we
what
can
to
just
do.
backtrack a few pages. If this is the wrong route, let's go back to town.
Okay, right. So I'm rolling.
215.
Oh, yeah. So we continue.
Why are you rolling?
I don't know. Probably because we're gonna have to roll again for this
We will,
reversal damage. You stick at it all day and suffer no more ill effects. As they say, that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Snouter appreciates your help and at the end of the day hands you 5 salacoins.
Woo!
Record the 5 salacoins on the adventure sheet and gain 2 amino points.
Nice.
He also offers you another day's work, but you've had enough. I understand, he says, but you've done a good job. Perhaps I can tempt you with another offer. I'll give you another 2 salacoins for each new worker you recruit.
Ooh.
I just had a big order in from Shazar. If I don't get more workers, I'm going to have to turn the orders down. It's a no-lose situation. If you come across a section with a pig's head symbol next to it, You can roll 1 die. So yeah, write this down.
Yeah, okay, so pig head section.
Yep. So it'll be like a logo on the page, I think.
Yep.
If you come across a page with a pig symbol, you can roll 1 die. If you roll a 4 to 6, you've just recruited a new worker at Snouter's Guttery. So I'm guessing, I think you just get 2 salad coins every time.
Yeah.
It probably tells you after the page, doesn't it, maybe?
No, because it'll just have a picture. It won't actually be.
Yeah. So we'll just remember that.
Nice, yeah, that's good.
You've written 4 to 6.
I've written, if we see a pig head on the page, roll 1 dice. If we roll a 4 to 6, we get a new recruit and 2 salad coins.
Awesome. Okay, so turn to 4 and 5.
Have you added our stuff on? 2
Um,
amino and 5 salad coins.
Did we get another 2 or something? Or was that? Oh, that's for later, isn't it? If we recruit someone.
Yeah.
So 5 salad.
You deducted stamina, didn't you?
Yeah. 5 salad coins. Nice. That's 5 more than we had at this point last time. So salad coins are, I think, more valuable than real gold.
No, I think it's the other way around. I'm sure it's like gold is like 10 salad coins. Maybe it's the other way
fair
around.
enough.
Leaving the guttery, you head back into town, hoping you can leave the foul stench of the place behind you. If you have the beggar's mark, turn to 89. If not, turn to 188. So we don't have that.
Didn't we get a mark at one point? Or one? Or you wanted, weren't
Yeah, we were wanted.
118. 188. So there's another way of getting 2 amino points anyway. The sun is lower in the sky now, the day is wasting away. Do you want to return to the docks and have a look around, or do you want to make your way to the Adventurers Guild? Right, let's go back to the docks.
Let's go to the docks, because that must be where we met that dude.
I can't remember his name.
I just remember he was lean.
45. His name was like Martinez or something like that.
Rodriguez!
Was it? Yeah.
I'm sure it was Rodriguez. There's a pig head on this one. So we need to roll the dice.
Does it actually say anything?
No,
about
so
it?
no, because it'll just be any page that has this pig head on it.
Read it first anyway.
It doesn't have one. We've read this page before.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right then. So we have to roll a 4 to 6. So should we just take?
If you look through the book, there's quite a lot of pages that actually have that pig head on.
Okay.
So
All right. So this is our chance to recruit someone for salad coins. So we need to roll a 4 or 6. 4 to 6.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Fortunate.
We tried. As soon as you learn this area is actually called the Boondocks, since the goods and visitors that arrive here are considered a boon to the city. There are all manner of hawkers peddling goods and costermongers pushing their handcarts before them, crying bread, fish, and meat pies. Suddenly you catch sight of a young urchin pushing his way through the crowd with a large backpack slung across his shoulders. So we've done this before, and we ended up running towards this guy, and it wasn't him. So
yeah.
We run into 2 guards.
Yep.
They say, "Oi, look where you're going. Now's your chance. If you want to, you could try reporting the loss of your backpack, or let's just apologise and get out of their way."
Yeah. 3, 6, 7. Because we know we're going to get the backpack anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And the adventures. Excuse me.
One day those bullies will get what's coming to them. Once a gruff voice comes from behind you, you see that one of your companions on the longboat is standing there. It is Nanak the Barbarian. They wouldn't treat a strong arm like that. So we basically talk to him, and he talks about
being strong.
Basically, yeah. Oh, he's doing it all for his wife. That's why he's in this
That family.
Yeah, and then we have the option to stop him from doing that.
Yeah.
So, which way are you headed? He asks. If you're looking for adventure, you'll be wanting the Adventurers Guild. How will you reply? Yes, I'm going to the Adventurers Guild. No, I'm going to look for some work on the Boondocks.
We went to look for some work on the Boondocks, didn't we? And that's where we ran into Rodriguez, I think.
Should we do that again then?
Yeah, as long as we maybe keep your finger on the page, because I don't want to just chase after this backpack guy and lose stamina.
You keep your finger. It's 3, 6, 7. So you go to 4, 10.
What's happening? Oh, there's another pighead page.
Okay, do you want to roll this one?
Oh, go on then.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes.
Okay, so we gain 2 salad coins.
Nice.
You find a vantage point which gives you an unobstructable view of the boondocks. We're watching people arguing in the street, basically. Okay, so we're basically standing, we've got a vantage point, we're watching people begging and pretending to be beggars. If you want to try begging for yourself, turn to 431. If you don't, turn to 89.
We didn't do this last time.
And we ran into Rodriguez. But what if you can... That's probably when you get the beggar's mark.
Yeah, do you think that's a good thing? I know.
Should we just do what we did last time? We got 89. And try and run into...
89... Haven't we been to 89 before? Just quickly check it. I feel like we've been to 89. Yeah, that just takes you back to the city again, doesn't it? Should we try the beggar thing and just see what happens? Make it a first checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what page is that? 4.
So, you want 410 as a checkpoint?
Yeah, 410, first checkpoint, and we're going to try some begging and see what happens. We might get a skill from it, I don't know.
We might lose Amanor though.
Well, we've got the checkpoint. This certainly was not how you were expecting to start your new life in Salamonis. Surely someone will take pity on you when they hear how you lost all your money and your other possessions on the White Water River. Or you could pick a gullible looking visitor and pest him until he's willing to give you a few sour coins just to get rid of you. If you want to choose a suitable patch and hope some kind-hearted passer tosses you a few coins, turn to 449. If you'd rather try pestering someone, go to 468. Should we just wait and hopefully someone comes to us?
Yeah, maybe. Rodriguez might come.
Yeah, go on then. 449.
I mean, newcomers are probably more likely to give you gold, but...
Yeah. We do have a legit sob story, to be fair.
Yeah. Hey, it's pig page.
Nice.
Get that pig roll going.
Right, here we go. Yeah.
Yes.
9 sour coins.
You find a suitable spot against the wall on the way to the Gate of the Moon. Many of those leaving the boondocks and heading into the city pass this way, and so surely it won't be long before some generous soul offers you a few coins to alleviate your misery, yeah, right? Scattered around the port are a dozen or so shuffling beggars relating their well-practiced tales of woe to strangers. Soon you realise that the other vagabonds are gathering around you, grumbling and acting quite aggressively. It would appear you have unwittingly invaded another beggar's patch. Do you want to stand your ground and not allow yourself to be intimidated, or do you want to be on your way?
Should we stand our ground?
Fight the beggars?
Yeah.
We don't have a weapon.
So.
Do you want to stand your ground, or should we just head off and hopefully find Rodriguez?
No, because I feel like that would be pointless. We'll find him. We'll get there. One of the genuine beggars moves in on you and gives you a shove. You're on his patch. Do you want to push the beggar back, or would you rather apologise in hope of diffusing the situation?
He might shank us.
I mean, I don't think we're going to get anything from fighting him unless he thinks it's like a sign of respect that we're fighting him. Or should we try and apologise and diffuse it?
Should we apologise?
Yeah, go on then. 153.
We were just getting rowdy.
Yeah.
You might try and attack us anyway, or might rob some of us.
Can we read it?
Should we not do this and drink? We'll lose stuff. Okay, I'll read it anyway. You tell the beggar that you didn't mean to encroach on his patch and that you only tried begging in the first place because of the misfortune that befell you on the way to Salamonis. The beggar, whose name it turns out is Vegan, takes pity on you and tells you that Pigboy Snouter is always looking for willing workers to help him at slime and swine. Before he sends you on your way, he grabs hold of your wrist before you can stop him, scratches a large letter B on your forearm with a ragged fingernail.
So we've got the bark of the beggar now.
Lose 1 stamina point. Now you have the beggar's mark, he says with a snort, which means you must abide by the beggar man's code. And that means no more begging on a brother's turf. Understood? Not wishing to get into a fight with Vegan, you nod in agreement and hurry away from the boondocks. Lose 1 Armanor. Should we drink and backtrack?
Yeah, let's try and scrap him. We shouldn't have tried to defuse it, we should have just beat his ass up. You try and fight him?
Push the beggar back, 104?
Yeah.
Let's drink. And do even worse and probably lose 2 Armanor points.
You don't take kindly to being pushed and so push him back. The vagabond's next shove, in turn, is more aggressive. Egged on by the others, this is inevitably leading to a beggar's brawl. Lacking a weapon, you are forced into a fist fight. You must deduct 1 from your attack strength each round. If you
Each round?
No, just...
Oh, right, okay.
If you reduce your opponent's stamina to 2 points or fewer, turn to 1, 2, 4. So we only need to hit him once. Yeah. No, twice.
Yeah.
Twice. So beggar has a skill of 4 and stamina 6. So who do we have?
6. We have... Oh, we don't really have any men.
No, we don't.
We have a wizard.
Wizard will do. He looks kind of... He could be a beggar.
Just imagine that without the fire or the staff.
So he's got a skill of 4, is it?
Yeah, and a stamina of 6.
Here we go. Let's...
So we have a skill of 5 because we were deducting.
Yes, we're on 5. I'm going to keep it at 6 for now, but...
Ready?
Yep.
12?
12.
Versus... 10? 12, so no hits. Okay, let's start again.
I'll roll. 12 again.
Yeah.
89.
9.
Okay, so he's down to 4 stamina. So if we get 1 more attack, we can turn to the next page. So I'll roll again.
9. That's bad.
9.
5.
6,
7.
There we go. So he's
Okay.
down to 4. So we turn to whatever page it is. 1, 2, 4.
Your opponent lies bruised and bleeding on the ground. The other beggars are impressed by your brawling skills and move aside to let you pass. The fight has put you off becoming a beggar, but before you leave, you go through the unconscious wretch's pockets. In one, you find 3 Salar coins.
3 Salar coins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Enter those on your adventure sheet and gain 2 points of Amanor.
Isn't that dishonourable?
Yeah, but when we decided not to be a beggar because we realised how shady
okay.
they are.
Oh, well, that's what there was. So 2 points.
Yeah. The fight over, the beggar drifts away and returns to their own begging spots. You're handy with your fists, aren't you? Comes a voice from nearby. It belongs to a lean man.
Nice. Is this Rodriguez?
I hope so. It might be another lean man. Dressed in once fine clothes that have now seen better days. He has a curling moustache on his top lip, a beard on his chin, and a twinkle in his eye. 10 to 1, 9,
That could be Rodriguez, but I think everyone's got a twinkle in their eye in this story.
and a beard on their chin.
Yeah. 194.
Yeah.
So that turned out pretty well. I thought we were going to lose to Amanor.
Yes, when I was reading it out, I saw Amanor, and I was like, oh no.
Reach for someone's pockets and still managed to gain 2. You look like an honourable chap, he says, putting his arm around your shoulders. So this is Rodriguez, and he's going to show us the art of grifting, which is basically getting everyone in a bar drunk so he can rob them blind. So we go into this bar with him, into an inn. So the options are, if you want to go along with Rodriguez and try your hand at grifting, turn to 52. If you think that sounds a little bit of a dubious activity, then you should leave Rodriguez to his contracts alone. So let's do it. 52.
Yep. Didn't we end up not grifting in the end? But it was better, wasn't it? We did quite well last by staying in the inn.
No, I think all we did is we got a gold coin, didn't we? We got a free room at the inn. That was it.
Yeah, but didn't we get our stamina back? I think we did.
No, I don't think he mentioned stamina at all.
I thought we did.
We'll see.
So we're in the Half Dance Sock Inn. Just a little bit of
Everyone's drinking.
Yeah. Sailors. As you squeeze through the crowd looking for somewhere to sit, you notice a coin on the floor. If you want to pick it up, turn to 246.
So let's pick it up because no one ever sees us. So 246. I suppose we don't need the coin, do we? Because we get the backpack back anyway.
Yeah. Don't we gain Amanor for the Hind and Dynamite?
Maybe, but let's do it anyway. Oh, right, so it's a silver Salar coin. No one appears to be looking for it. Oh, wait, can you not use the Salar coin to buy it anyway? So we've got 10 already. So
Yeah.
try and find it. So we find the silver Salar coin. No one's looking for it. What do you want to do? Find its rightful owner and return the coin. Give it to Rodriguez or keep it yourself.
Well, there's no point keeping it for ourselves because we've got 10. If we give it to Rodriguez, I don't know what he'll do, but if we give it to the innkeeper, we get to stay at the inn for free. But I don't know if we get Amanor or not. I feel like we did, but I can't remember.
We've already been to that page. I'm just going to check.
Oh, you do?
No, we've already done this. I just want to check.
You need to catch up on your drink anyway.
I'll drink for that anyway, but no, nothing happens basically. We just get a free night at the inn.
Oh, fair enough.
I think, can we just check? Yeah, that's it. You don't even get any stamina points. I didn't think you...
What?
So should we give it to Rodriguez?
Yeah, let's give it
Let's
to
give it to Rodriguez in the bar and see what he gives us.
Is this your go?
No, it's yours. 294, is it?
Yes. Thank you, friend, Rodriguez says, seeming genuinely surprised and touched by your generosity, especially considering your situation. Just for that, I'm going to let you into a little secret. I have a cheeky little grift which should get us a few free drinks and maybe even a room for the night. It's a 2-card trick. All you need to remember is that when the mark tells you their final total from the 2 cards, subtract 25. Okay. What you'll be left with is the correct two-digit number. Got that? 10 to 190. So should I make a note?
Yes.
Subtract 25. Whatever the mark's total is.
Yeah, okay, so 190...
Ooh, a new territory then.
Yeah. You follow Rodriguez to the bar where he immediately starts to address the landlord. I'm going to show you a trick which quite honestly astonishes me every time I do it. I kid you not. You are going to pick 2 cards. And with a little magic, I'll tell you what they are without even seeing them. Hopefully, you'll find it entertaining enough to let me have a room for the night.
Cheeky.
The landlord is intrigued. Come on then, he says. Let's see what you've got. Rodriguez lays a pack of cards on top of the bar. So here we go. This is a pack of cards number 1 to 9 in 4 suits. I'm going to shuffle them. He riffles the deck like a professional card sharp. And now, pick a card, any card, and show it to everyone. The landlord picks a card from the shuffle deck, revealing it to the crowd of onlookers that is gathering by the bar. It is a 6. He then places it face down on the counter. So, how are you at sums? Rodriguez asks. Considering your line of work, I expect you're pretty good, or you would have gone out of business by now. The onlookers and regulars in particular laugh at hearing this line. Remember the number on your card, Rodriguez tells the landlord. Double it and add 5.
Yep.
And multiply the number you now have by 5. You got it? The landlord confirms that he has. Now I want you to choose another card. So
hang on, let me work this out. What's 5 sevens? 35?
Let's check it. So
I think it's 85, I'm not sure.
So is it 6 and double, so 12?
Yeah, it's basically 17 times 5.
Yeah, so 17 times 5 is...
7 5s, 35?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 85. Yep. We got it.
Sure. 17 times 5? 20,
it's
40,
not
60,
35.
100. Okay, so yeah, it's less than 100. For some reason I was thinking it's more than 100.
What's 17 times 5 then?
10 times 5 is 50. And
yeah,
then
85.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's right. I was just checking. Okay. The landlord confirms he has. Now I want you to choose another card. He does so and add this number to the total you've already got in your head and tell me the final total. 89, announces the landlord. So what's that? So he's got 4.
Yep.
Then your 2 cards were, are you ready for this? And the crowd are on tenterhooks and the hush has descended. A 6 and a 4. The landlord looks astonished. Now he turns over the 2 cards gasps are heard from around the bar. He had indeed chosen a 6 and a 4. True to his word, the landlord offers Rodriguez a room for the night. Well, that's me sorted, the grifter says, a familiar sparkle in his eye. Do you want to give it a try? You were watching carefully, weren't you? If you want to find yourself a suitable mark and try and trick yourself in exchange for some money, which you can then use to pay for room, turn to 336. If you think the trick is beyond you, turn to 376. Let's try it, yeah?
Let's try it.
336.
I don't really get it, because... Let's try it. Settling on a table of dwarf miners who are drinking together at a table in a darkened corner, you try to give them the same banter Rodriguez gave the landlord. Although you are not as well practiced as this sort of training he is, you do actually manage to persuade the 5 dwarves to agree to give you 2 cellar coins each, if you can correctly guess the second card they pick. A burly dwarf with muscular arms and a shaved head goes first. He picks a card. Okay, now double it, you tell him. Add 5 and multiply the number you have by 5. Then when you're ready, pick another card.
Okay, next page.
Another of the miners selects the second card and a hush falls over the table as they work out the final sum. 118, the dwarf says at last, beaming at his friends proudly. So what were the 2 cards the dwarves picked? If you know, turn the solution into a 2-digit number and turn to that section now. If you can't work out which cards they picked or the section you turn to makes no sense, meaning you've got it wrong, turn to 356. Wasn't it just a total minus 25? That's what he said. That's what he told us to do. Whatever the outcome, the mark says, just subtract 25 from it.
Has he told us the total?
Yeah. 118 minus 25.
So 100.
90. Can you go calculate hand?
I'm going to do it on calculator just to speed things up. I could figure this out if you gave me an hour, but. So what was it? 118?
118 take 25. 93.
93, that was it. That's the number I had in mind.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
The 2 cards you've picked were a 9 and a 3, you tell the dwarfs. The shaven head miner turns the cards over on the table in front of him. Dumbstruck, you are right. The dwarf reluctantly hand over your winnings, accompanied by a lot of grumbling and complaining. Add 10 sour coins to your adventure sheet and gain 2 points of ammo.
Yes!
The sour coins jangling in your pocket, you make your way back to the bar to tell the landlord that you would like a room for the night. That'll be 1 gold piece or 10 sour coins, so you're right, he tells you. If you can afford it, but if you're willing to pay for a room for a night or would rather sleep on the street so as to save as much money as possible. If you want to sleep in a bed for the night, you pay the landlord 10 sour coins and turn to 436, if not turn to 456.
Did we gain anything from sleeping in the bed? Maybe we should just pay the 10 sour coins we just got.
Yeah, so we don't get robbed.
Yeah, so let's not add the 10 on. We'll just deduct the 10 we just got, but we need to add on 2 ammo.
Yes. Okay, so if you want to pay for a bed, then turn to page 436. So I will take our ammo.
It's basically a free bed.
Yeah. Because I feel like if we do sleep in the streets, something horrible is going to happen to us.
Although it's not the nicest room nor the most comfortable bed, you sleep as well as if you stayed at the royal palace. You wake suitably refreshed and ready to face whatever the day may bring. Turn to 86.
Which is a long one.
So it's the pig roll.
Page. So if you want to do the pig roll.
It's a pig roll.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
There is another 2 sour coins before we even get started. So we've arrived at the Adventurers Guild again, and there's a quest board outside, and it says that a lost backpack has been found. Could it be ours? So we enter into the guild. There's loads of adventurers in there, all discussing their quests.
Is this a luck roll?
don't know. Let me just have a look. So he asks us if it's our backpack, and we tell him what's in there, which is like underwear and a short sword. And they all laugh at us because our mum packed the sword for us. So, if you're prepared to put your money where your mouth is, you'd be paying 1 gold piece, which we don't actually have 1 gold piece.
Yeah, but it's all the
Oh,
equivalent.
10 yeah.
Which is 10 Salamonis.
Yeah. So we can give him 10 Sala coins for our backpack back, but we know that he will give it us if we don't anyway.
Yeah, if we get a luck roll though.
Is it?
Yeah. Which we can try.
Yeah, let's try the luck roll. So if you don't have the required fee, turn to 107.
We do though. Can you pick not to pay it? Or should we just pay it? Because we get 12 gold back from the backpack
Do we?
anyway, yeah, which is the equivalent of 120.
Go on then, let's pay it and see what happens and see if
Okay.
anything different happens.
So let's lose 10 Sala coins.
Yep.
You hand over the money and the guildmaster hands over your backpack. Deduct 1 gold piece or 10 Sala coins.
Yep.
You are delighted to be reunited with a canvas rucksack at last and unpack it. Just to make sure nothing's gone missing. Add the following items to your equipment. Short sword. Right, can you read these out for me again? So, short sword.
Spare clothes.
Yep.
12 gold pieces, but you don't really need that, do you?
Yep.
And Longbeard's Legend of the Windward Plains, which is a book.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's it. We add a look, 1 to our luck and 1 to our amino. So if you want to continue with that, I'll sort that out. Does your amino go above 6?
What?
It
Yeah.
does, doesn't it?
I think your ammo goes to whatever.
Okay, so we have an amino of 7 now, and we have luck on back up to 6.
Ooh, so let's go and ask where we should train because we need to do that before heading out.
Yeah. Why? What was the question? What were the
It's
options?
either head out on your quest or ask where you can
Oh,
train.
yeah.
Salamonis Palace of Learning Houses, King Solomon's favourite library, which has books on myths, legends, and monsters. Or you can do physical training with Oran Flint Forge. Temple of Logan teaches skills that shouldn't be possible to teach. Did you ever learn what that was?
No.
So, since we're in a book, if you think right, have we met somebody that can train us? Yes.
Yes.
So let's go to 110 and get Rodriguez to teach us his charms.
Yes. What was that again? Was it?
I can't remember what he taught. Oh, it was charisma.
What have you learned since arriving in Salamonis? Do any of the following mean anything to you? The Forest of Spiders, to be fair, that does.
Yeah, but let's do what we did last time and get to the
Benbow
half.
or the half darn sock. So turn to 240.
So I wonder if that's something to do with daggers,
Maybe.
beggars.
What was in the Forest of Spiders? That was the training grounds, wasn't it?
Yeah. But we haven't met anyone in there.
No, but we do know about it.
So we go back to the half-done sock and we're asking for Rodriguez. He asks if you want to learn about grifting.
Mhm.
3 gold pieces it'll cost us.
So I'm guessing we did that.
Yep. Oh shit, we need to lose
What?
2 more gold coins for the adventurer's permit
Okay, yeah.
because we skipped that.
So that takes us down to 7.
Forgot about that. Adventurer's permit. So let's go to 452 and learn it now.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to make a new checkpoint.
452.
452. Oh, it's a pig roll.
Okay, so this is my pig roll. No. So Rodriguez, we hand him the 3 gold and he shows us how to grift. So basically we roll 1 die and add 6. This is the total number of Sala coins we've made from grifting someone. Nice, so what's that? So we get 10 Sala coins.
Yeah.
Lastly, roll 1 die for a third time. Divide that number. Right, here we go. Right, so let me roll. What was that? What did we get then? Just by in case we need it.
4.
Okay, all right. So
Which was 10 in total.
Right, so roll 1 die. Divide the total by 2, rounding fractions up. This number between 1 and 3 is the number of Aminor points you have gained during your time.
That's 3.
Yes, we gained 3 Aminor for that. Record this on your adventure sheet and tick off the charisma skill.
We got 10! Yeah. Aminor and charisma.
The position of a holy symbol. Did we have that?
No, we didn't get a holy symbol. Yeah, we did last time.
Okay, so our Aminor is up to 10. We don't have the holy symbol this time, but I don't know what it did. I don't think it actually did anything, did it?
So we're back on the streets of Salamonis. We're at the Libra temple. Holy Day. Oh no, the Holy Day of Libra.
We've read this before.
Yeah, we have. The streets of Salamonis are busier than you have ever seen them. It is the 10th day of the month of winds and the Holy Day of Libra. We've done this. The priests of her temple are parading through the city, carrying a statue of the goddess of justice and truth before them. She is depicted as a beautiful woman holding a pair of scales. You pause for a few minutes to watch the procession. While you are standing there, an excited young woman wearing the grey robes of Libra's worshippers approaches you and pins a holy symbol in the form of a pair of scales to your tunic.
Oh, yeah.
You are filled with a euphoric feeling that the goddess is watching over you herself. Gain 1 luck point and 1 Aminor point, and add the holy symbol to your adventure sheet.
So we've got a luck 6, so we can't get any more than that.
10 to 115. We've got a checkpoint soon. This is like nearly where we ended up, isn't it?
When we get to the quests, probably. What do you want to do now? Choosing something you haven't tried yet already, will you? Unless you want to check what you hear.
Should we?
Yeah. This will be our checkpoint.
Can I go for a wee?
Yes.
Have a drink checkpoint?
Yeah. Okay, go on.
I'll let you decide where we go.
I'll leave it up to me, right? So, what do you want to do now? Choosing something you haven't tried already, will you visit the Halls of Learning, which is what we did last time? Train with Oren Flint Forge at the Guild. Visit the Temple of Logan, or set off on your first quest. So, last time we went to the Halls of Learning and we were asked to answer some questions, and I think we got it wrong, so we didn't actually learn anything. But I feel like you only get the option here of maybe doing a couple of them. So, in fact, let me just change the skills because we do have the charisma skill now. So let me think. So the Temple of Logan is teaching you something like weird, or you shouldn't be learning. So maybe that's traps. Oren Flint Forge probably brawling, and the Halls of Learning, I'd imagine, is world law. So should we try the learning one again?
Is that what we did last time?
Yeah, and we failed it.
We failed it?
We didn't know the answer to the question.
Yeah, okay, but we do now.
We think so, yeah. So turn to page 15. We got the checkpoint anyway, so...
I'm pretty sure I know which one it is.
So we get to the Halls of Learning, and I think we have to pay some money to get in.
Yeah, so this is the clerk guy. You look more like a farmhand to me. If you wish to be admitted to the Halls of Learning, you must make an offering of 4 gold.
Okay, so 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh, we down to 3 already.
Yeah. We had less last time, I
feel like. Okay, so turn to 286.
So we hand over the money to the dude, and we have to prove that we're worthy of a scholar. So he has to ask us questions on the spot, basically, and the question he asks is, the Halls of Learning were raised to the glory of Hamaski's deity of learning and sorcery. He is one of the greater gods of Titan and a member of the Hall of Mind. But according to the Hamaskian tradition, who are his parents? How will you answer? So I think we went last time with Atlan, Messenger of the Gods.
Yeah, I think it's the middle one.
Yeah.
And isn't he one of the gods of Titan? So
yeah.
it makes sense
so
that Titan
that was like
dad.
the answer last time that I thought was too obvious because it said Titan in it and it tells us in the question about Titan. But I think because someone in the chat did like give us a hint or said that they tried one of the other questions, so I think we're going to go with that. So the Titan, father of the world, and Galantica, goddess of the sun, are the parents of the deities. So should we do that?
Yes.
4, 3, 2. Now, if there's any more questions after this, we are fucked.
Yes.
We might have to start drinking.
Start. I'm really finished. 4, 3, 2. Oh! Of course, the clerk says, sounding unimpressed. You may enter. And so you join the halls of learning as a novice and spend the next 6 months locked within its hallowed halls. 6 months!
That's exactly what happened in Fabled Land.
The healthy tan you had from working outdoors fades, and your eyes dim as you spend hours poring over ancient texts by candlelight. You discover the various uses of the ragged-leafed Cauldron Weed, read up on advanced fighting techniques, and learn the history of the dwarf mountain city of Fangthane.
Nice.
When you finally emerge from the halls of learning once more, your body is weak from lack of exercise, but your mind is overflowing with all manner of esoteric knowledge.
Estoic, is it? Oh. Esoteric. Okay.
Esoteric knowledge
It means nothing to us anyway, so.
about the world of Titan and northwestern Alancia.
Okay.
As the old saying goes, a blade may slay a man, but a quill may slay an empire. Gain 1 Aminor point and
Nice.
tick off the world law special
Yes. I
skill,
thought it'd be world law.
but lose 2 stamina
Oh,
points.
that's fine. So, world law?
Yes. Oh, we're learning.
There we go. We have that one now. And we lose how many?
2 stamina
2
points.
stamina points.
As you've become unfit during your weeks of study without any significant exercise. If you are in possession of a holy symbol, we are, turn to page 4.
I think you have to have one, right?
Well, yeah, we...
Unless you give it in last time. You feel that you are much better prepared for what life as an adventurer might entail, and so excited to take on your first official job, you make your way to the Adventurers Guild. Turn to 7.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can only learn 2 things.
Yeah. So what have we actually got? We got charisma and world.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty
Ooh.
decent.
I don't know, I was really wanting spelling. But we might be able to get that from the spider
Yeah, we've
forest.
not been there yet. No, it's not in the forest. We don't know where that one is.
Oh.
That's from the Moon Man, isn't it?
I thought the moon man was in the spider forest.
I don't think he's the Moon Man, but
Oh no, the moon chaser is School of Magic, but yeah, it
we
doesn't
don't know
say
where that
it.
is. So it is Storm's Day, so we are on the correct day, and we are going on our first adventure here. So since you arrived at Salamonis, you have started to earn a reputation for yourself. This is represented by your Aminor score. Your experiences have also toughened you up and honed your skills. You have a pool of points equivalent to your Aminor score, which you
Here
may
we go.
now need to share out amongst your different attributes. For every 2 points of Aminor you currently have, you may increase your initial skill, stamina, or luck by 1 point. You may increase the same attribute more than once, then increase your current score to this new maximum. Please note that your skill and luck may not exceed 12 and your stamina may not go over 24. When you're done distributing these points, turn to 287. So how many points do we have?
So we got 6. 6, which is better. We had like 2 last time.
Yeah.
So do you reckon 2 on skill? 3 on skill?
We got 6 to use.
We got 6 points to disperse.
Does that raise our initial, or does that just?
This is to raise the initial.
Yeah. So right.
We're up to 9 skill.
What about 10?
Oh! If it was me, I'd do 1 luck, 2 stamina.
The thing with luck
3
is you
skill.
use luck and lose it, and then you gain it quite easy. Well, I don't know, but
Oh, you don't know.
you get them back, don't you?
What are you thinking? 4
I
skill?
just know that skill is not handed out very easily, and losing it is but really bad. So
Okay, I'm saying at least 3. If you want to go 4 skill, let's take up to 10 skill. Yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
4 skill. So that takes our Aminor down to what? 12. 10.
No, you don't deduct
Oh.
it.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so our skill is now.
10.
Yep.
So our stamina maximum will be putting up 4, and nothing on luck. Not
No, I
4.
wouldn't.
So its initial it'd be 12.
So we got 2 left, haven't we? Two. We got a point. 2 points to use,
It's either
right?
2 on stamina or 1 stamina, 1 luck. Do you want to do stamina?
I would do 1 each. 1 each.
Ooh, that's only 13 stamina then, though. Completely.
14, eh? Oh, 13.
Oh! 1 each?
1 each. 1 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that that's a very low
We've got
stamina.
the checkpoint. Or should this be our checkpoint now? We've left. We start from this point now. I feel like we've made. Well, right. We'll have this as our restart point,
Yeah.
and we'll have this page now as our checkpoint, where if we decide to continue with these stats and stuff,
Okay, so we
we'll
had
go from this point.
6 amino to...
And maybe write down next to 115 our old skills.
We know what the old skills were.
Do we? Not in 2 parts. We might not.
They're always the same. They always start...
Besides stamina, put stamina down to.
Oh, you mean like... Okay, so what was skill?
Just put 8. It's 6, 8, and 6.
Okay, and then we had 6 to add to that. Right. Okay then.
Right then, so
1 stamina, 1 luck. You sledding.
yes, turn to 287. So our luck will go up to
7?
Yeah. Do we actually raise our stamina up to full, or do we just?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So our stamina can go up to 13. So we write that down. It's not pointless though. You only go up by 1 because it doesn't. I mean,
No,
it is
because
another
you
round.
can't
Isn't
eat
it?
whenever you want in this one. We don't have any provisions. You got to find them.
Yeah.
So if we lose stamina, it's gonna be a hell of a lot harder to get.
Yeah, sorted. So our stamina is 8, but it can go up to 13.
Yes.
Okay. So 286, 287.
I was just checking that it didn't let us fill them back up. You are just crossing the market square when a hand taps you on your shoulder. You turn to see a meek-looking older man dressed in fine clothes, carrying a small chest about his person. Oh no, it's the tax collector guy. So this is the tax collector guy, and we can either pay him his 2 gold.
We had more gold last time, I think.
Yeah. Attack him, which I think is a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Or make a run for it, which we did last time, and we
Pay him this time.
yeah, we still got 1 gold and 12 seller coins.
Yeah, let's just. How many do we have to pay him? 2.
2. Just because I don't know how bad it'll be in the
Yeah,
long
because
term having
we wanted.
wanted.
Yeah, so let's just pay the man. Well, he might ask us for more, so.
Okay, so 308.
You hand over the money to Pinch Penny, and he accepts it without a word of thanks before wandering off to bother someone else. So at least we're not wanted. So we turn to 369, and that's what we do next.
But that guy's balling.
You're met at the door of the Adventurers Guild by a grizzled guildmaster. You're back then, he says, as you proudly show him your adventurer's permit into 120.
This is where we chose
The Ratapillar, I think.
the rat pill. Yeah. What's it to be? So we're looking at the quests on the board, and you basically turn to the page of the one you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got rid the slime and swine guttery of the Ratapillar, which we're in a much better position to
I mean,
take
we
on
also
it.
don't know the owner this time, so he might give us something else to use against it.
Yeah. Should we just try that one again?
Yeah.
Because I want to kill that Ratapillar.
Yeah, we need to show this guy who's boss after
Page
he killed us
9.
last time.
Watch us die again.
This should be a straightforward job, the guildmaster says. Pig Boy Snouter wants someone to get rid of something called a Ratapillar that's made itself home in one of his razorback sheds. He's willing to pay you 3 gold pieces for anyone who can deal with the vermin for him. Do you know Slime and Swine Guttery at all? Have you visited the Slime and Swine Guttery before turn to 462?
Here we go.
So we've done some honest work for this guy, so maybe he'll give us like a meat cleaver or something. We got short sword now as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we do. We are armed. You follow your nose as much as your feet to the slime and swine guttery. It smells just as bad as the last time you visited, but this time Pigboy Snouter greets you with a curt nod. You're back then, he says. If you manage to recruit
Oh, nice.
any workers for the swine and slime guttery, Snouter immediately pays you a commission for each one. Oh, we've already done this then.
Yeah, we've already done that.
Add 2 Sala coins for your purse for every work you recruit in this way. Oh, we magically added it, but...
That's why I said it was a bit weird to try and remember them all. Either way, right, so...
422. Oh, so we didn't gain anything but that, but never mind.
Well, we shouldn't have gained the money, really, beforehand. So
Yeah.
it's good that we did that. So 422. So we are led into the pig pens by Jowler, the younger brother, and he tells us about the Ratapillar. And then... So the only sound in there is the buzzing of flies. A few dusty beams of sunlight enter the barn through the holes in the roof. Watching where you are putting your feet and doing your best not to breathe in through your nose, you enter the shed with your sword drawn. If you have the spelling skill,
No.
and you want to use it now, turn to 340. If not, test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 402. So this is the luck one. We were unlucky last time, weren't we?
I can't remember. No, weren't we lucky?
I think we were unlucky.
Okay, I hope so.
Okay, so your roll there.
It's 2, it's both of us.
Oh yeah.
So we need to get less than 7. Yay, okay.
So we'll soon find out.
Yeah, use the Dr. Luck point.
If you're lucky, turn to 402. I think we were unlucky.
As your eyes become accustomed to the gleam, you make out the bones of a ribcage and a great tusked skull. These are the remains of razorbacks that were slaughtered at the guttery. Out of the corner of your eye, you suddenly notice movement and hear a horrible sucking sound.
Oh no. Snouter and Owler, what are they doing in the background? Come on.
As something rises from the mud behind you, turn to 258. We must have got lucky last time.
This is where the acid burns our sword or something, isn't it?
No.
Alright, so what do we
258.
do? We need to make a roll for it?
No. We already rolled, didn't we? We got lucky and we turned to that page.
Oh, okay.
258.
You spin around, almost losing your footing on the slippery ground, and lay eyes on something truly hideous and dripping with mud. It looks like a massively overgrown penis with sporting huge rodent-like teeth. It's maggot, but same thing. If you have the If you have the world law special skill,
Yes.
352. If not, turn to 170. So
This is different.
yeah, 352.
All that 6 months paid off.
Yeah, it's just that the Ratapillar has now grown 10 times the size in those 6 months.
Yeah, there wasn't a Ratapillar 6 months ago.
Oh.
You have read about this hideous creature in King Solomon's library. What Pigboy and Jowler call a Ratapillar is in fact a spit maggot.
Really?
That's the new pet name. It is a grotesque, verminous creature that is capable of spitting gobbets of acidic slime at a foe up to 10 meters away. In fact, you can see that it is preparing to do so right now and dodge out of the way as it unleashes such a slime ball from its mouth. It will take the maggot a few minutes to be able to use its acid spit attack again.
Give him a few minutes. Come on.
But you intend to put an end to it before that can happen. However, from your studies, you also know that the spit maggot is susceptible to salt. If you have...
Oy, full of salt. Come on.
If you have some salt...
Oh no, it's going to be like Ghostbusters. You're going to cross the stream.
If you have some salt and want to cast it over the creature, turn to 2. We don't have any salt.
Where could we have got salt from?
If not, turn to 262.
Oh god.
We have no salt.
We'll give us a few minutes to get some. Having acidic spit must be useful when you spend all day eating pig bones. Before the Ratapillar can ready another spitball, you move in for the kill. So we're fighting the Ratapillar. If you slay the venomous horror, turn to 2.
Oh, we're fighting it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And it's quite tough.
Oh, goodness. Okay, we don't want that. We went for the rat last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
So imagine this rat, but it's actually a worm.
Yeah. A big one of those things in the King Kong movie that eats people.
His skill is 7 and his stamina is 6.
And this guy killed us last time, right?
Yeah, this is where we died last
Right,
playthrough.
we're not dying there this time, that's for a fact.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, at least our skill is 10.
Yeah. We could have gone higher, we could have gone 12.
15
15 for us.
versus 14.
Okay.
Nice.
So he's down to 4. Sounds like you at least have your weapons still. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you could probably get stung by the acid with unlucky roll, and it probably just melts your sword.
No, you have to deduct 1 again. Which means we should be able to get new weapons, though, at least.
Yeah, true.
Skill 10, 16
16 for us.
versus 8. 12.
Okay, he's down to 2. So
Come on, one more hit on him.
and we are further than we've ever been
Yeah.
in this story.
Officially.
Okay, our roll.
13. 17?
17
Not bad.
for us, so 10 or below. Okay, that's us down
That's
to
what you get.
6. We still not had the opportunity to eat food or
We haven't
fight.
got any food. You've put 69 in.
I wanted to. Okay, our roll again.
15.
19.
19.
So that's 12 in
You'd
it.
have to get a 12 to be draw. Nice. Okay.
There we go. So
Well done.
Ratapillar is done. Quest 1 complete.
2, 4, 3.
Oh, let's get some skill points or something.
I hope so.
I doubt it. This. We
I
just
just want to get some food. The Ratapillar dead, you cut off its head and carry it across the pig yard to the guttery. Pig Boy and Jowler both recoil when they see what you're carrying.
Nice.
But true to their word, they pay you the agreed fee, gain 3 gold pieces, and 1 Aminor point.
Did we definitely not use up those points because it said distribute those points?
No, it was same for how many we had. We get points to distribute.
Okay, but if it does tell us at some point we have to get rid of them, we just get rid of them besides whatever we
If we have to remove any, we know it was 12. So we can just take that 12 off.
Yeah.
But that's like your reputation. You can't lose reputation.
Maybe just do a tally point from this on. We'll just every time we get an Armor point, I'll add it on, but just put 1.
Okay.
Okay.
You were covered in mud yourself, and you probably smell as bad as the slime and swine guttery. You're grateful that your mother made you pack a spare set of clothes, move the wheel of the wheel on one day,
here we
and
go.
then turn to 383.
So guys,
No, right, we haven't lost Aminor because it would have told us to deduct it, and it
this is
didn't.
distribute points though.
No, it was for every Aminor you point, you
yeah.
have this many
Yeah.
points. Yeah.
Okay, so we are moving across the week. It's now Moon's Day.
Yeah. Turn to 383.
Yo, quest 1 done.
I feel like tutorial is over now, and we're into the book.
Yeah, and hopefully we don't die. And I wonder if we can actually learn those skills in other places. It's time you got some much needed rest and recuperation. If today is Fire Day, turn to 253. If not, turn to 403. Okay, 403. So I'm guessing if you do different quests, maybe it's over different days. So there's probably an order to do things, I guess.
As you are a member of the Adventurers Guild, you have the right to rent a room from the night there. Board and lodging at the guild will cost you 2 gold pieces, but you will be able to restore up to 4 stamina points. Alternatively, you can take a room at the inn, such as the Half-Down Sock, for 1 gold piece, but the food is not as filling, so you'll only gain 2 stamina points.
How much is it there?
So it's 2 gold for 4, 1 gold for 2 stamina points. Then again, you can sleep rough on the street, free of charge, but still wake feeling less than refreshed, at a cost of 1 stamina point. We don't want to do that.
Should we spend
When-
2?
When you have decided where you want to sleep, deduct the appropriate number of gold pieces and make the related adjustments to your stamina. We need our stamina
Yeah,
back.
let's spend 2 gold pieces and then we will get our stamina back up to 10.
Okay, so we need to put the day forward again because
Really?
we've slept.
Does it tell you that?
No, but it's true, isn't it?
Okay. So we now have a stamina of 10, which is decent.
Or did we just sleep and say it's...
Maybe see what happens on the next page.
No.
We're doing that anyway, aren't we? Sleeping there, so what's the next page? And it might tell you a day's passed. If not,
I
we'll
don't
move
think it will. I think it's down to us.
Well, if it doesn't, we'll move it.
If today is Wednesday, 10 to 4:65. If today is C day, 10 to 4:50. Any other day of the week, 10 to 47.
It would be that day anyway, wouldn't it? Oh, it'd be Fire Day.
Yeah.
So.
When did it tell us to change page?
When?
Yeah.
The page before it. On Fire Day.
Yeah, but when did it tell us to change?
Before we went to the inn.
Okay.
What page is it?
47.
Not long after dawn, the sun is rising in the sky and you set off for the Adventurers Guild, ready to take on another quest to help raise your profile among the adventuring fraternity and the people of Salamonis. If you want to stop on the bazaar, it's alright, we're going to move it.
Yeah, so it is, we've slept.
But it said, do you want to rest and recuperate?
Yeah, that's... yeah.
We're on Fire Day. Okay.
We're resting for a day.
Yeah, okay. If you want to stop at the bazaar on your way, make note of the number 120 on your adventure sheet. Write that down.
So we're doing that then?
Well, no, just write bazaar 120. If you want to head straight to the guild to 120, so let's go to the bazaar, right?
Yeah.
446.
Do you want to checkpoint it or not?
Not yet. It's only a shop place, isn't it? Or 446, I think.
Yeah, I was just wondering why we make a note. If you have a token or a dog bite, make a note of number 7 on your adventure
You
sheet.
got that from seeing in the streets. If they get bitten by a dog.
And turn to 400. If not, turn to 144. Ooh, hello.
You arrive at the bazaar and are immediately drawn to an open-fronted shop where two dodgy-looking thugs are bawling their wares. From what you can make out, they sell second-hand questing equipment, weapons, armour, blankets, water skins and virtually anything you might need on your long journey. Appearance-wise, the two are so similar that they must surely be related. The only way of telling them apart is that one is slightly taller than the other and bears a nasty scar down the right-hand side of his face. You see a sign behind the store which reads, "The famous Bruise Brothers of Salamonis, quality weapons at affordable prices." "What do you want?" asks the scar-faced brother. "Swords, shields, daggers, how about some armour, good price, or maybe a buckler? Buy from Bruise Brothers, don't forget the name, we won't forget you." You wonder what the significance of them not forgetting you is, but no matter, the brothers can see you're interested. Suddenly, the brothers' tents, coming towards you, is a meek-looking older man dressed in fine clothes and is carrying a small chest about his person. Curiously, his sudden appearance seems to have a similar effect on other nearby Salamonians. Oh no, it is odious Pinchpenny, King Salomon's tax collector. Scarface hisses. So, I'm guessing this is Pinchpenny with his pet dog.
Yes.
Yeah, and his chest, so you can't fight him because his dog will kill him.
That'll be the dog bite.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oof.
He's the most feared and loathed man in all of Salamonis. Pinchpenny is not alone, he is accompanied by a large, vicious-looking mastiff. If you have the word "wanted" written down on your adventure sheet, turn to 459.
Not this time.
If not, turn to 32. Okay, so this guy's like the nemesis.
Yeah, we're still clean. Pinchpenny approaches the Bruise Brothers and fishes the scroll from the satchel he's carrying. "Ah, the Bruise Brothers," he says. "You're up to date with your taxes, I see. Good." Then he turns to you. "If it isn't my young adventuring friend, how's business? Going well, is it?" You give a non-committal reply and turn to walk away from the Bruise Brothers stall. "Hang on a minute, where do you think you're going?" Pinchpenny's words stop you in your tracks. "You need to pay a percentage of your earnings to the king's coffers." "How much?" you ask, making no effort to hide your annoyance. "Let's say 3 gold pieces,
So he's making it
shall
honest.
we?" Pinchpenny says, an ugly smile splitting his face. What do you want to do? So we can't pay Pinch Penny because we've only got 2 gold for it. Make a run for it or attack Pinch Penny.
We can afford it. We've got 12 Sala coins.
Oh, can we use them then?
Should we just use them?
Thing is, I don't want to do that because then we're not going to have any gold to spend on...
anything in the bazaar.
Yeah. If we make a run for it, we're going to get wanted, so the next time Pinch Penny comes around, we'll probably get arrested. Or if we attack him, we can probably take him down.
Should we make this the checkpoint then?
And maybe the brothers might even give us stuff for...
Should we make this a checkpoint?
Yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah!
I'm going to fight with Pinch Penny and fight against the taxman.
And the dog!
Because this guy is the ultimate torch.
Okay, should we attack Pinch Penny then?
Yeah.
1 for 1.
And his dog.
And his dog. Maybe we can adopt the dog for
At least
ourselves.
his dog isn't a werewolf and we can contract like a bite.
But we probably will get bitten.
Beckoning enemies of the king. Becoming enemies of the king, yeah. As soon as Pinch Penny sees... Have you written that down? 32?
Yeah.
As soon as you... as Pinch Penny sees you are going for your sword, he gives a cry of midnight kill. The mastiff leaps at you, sinking its teeth into your forearm. Lose 2 stamina points and 1 skill point, and record the dog bite on your adventure sheet. Turn to 232.
So you can't actually fight him?
No.
Oh, should we sack it off then?
Well, let's see what happens at 232. There are only 2 certainties in this life. Odious Pinch Penny laughs at you as you unsheath your sword so you can fight off the dog. Death and taxes. If the dog reduces your stamina to 4, fewer turn to this page. If you're not and you kill a dog, turn to 318.
Kill his dog. I don't want to do it, but we could kill his dog.
I think we should go back and...
Do you?
Maybe if we pay him, the Bruise Brothers might give us something for free or a discount or something.
No, because we're completely unrelated to them.
He's just said you can't get away from death and taxes.
Yeah, but if we kill his dog, and then we might be able to threaten him, and he runs off, and then the guys will be like, "Oh, take my dog."
Yeah, should we try that then? Let's try that.
We might
as well.
follow through.
Yeah,
and
go on then, let's fight the master.
Dun, dun,
Here we go.
dun.
Let's kill this man's poor dog.
We have
a wolf.
Yeah, we do have a wolf.
That'll do. Okay,
So the Mastiff's skill is 6 and his stamina is 4. Have you deducted 2 from our stamina
yeah.
already?
Cool.
And we have a dog bite.
So I'll just maybe write them down before the fight.
10, 10, 6. Okay.
And skill point. We lose a skill point.
Oh yeah. Shit. So it's actually 9, 10.
No, this is before we actually go ahead with it.
Yeah.
So it's 10 still.
No, we've lost that permanently.
No, that's if you fight him.
Yeah.
So it's 10 still.
Oh, okay. 10.
Sorry to keep you honest. No, keep us in line as long as it's not like game changing. No, it's good.
Okay, so
We got a checkpoint. If we fuck this up, we're going back anyway.
his skill is 6 and his stamina is 7.
Oh shit.
If the dog reduces your stamina to 4 points or fewer, turn to 272. Oh, we were only at 8.
Yeah.
If not, and you kill the dog, turn to 318.
We're gonna kill this poor man's dog.
It's the poor dog, not poor man's dog.
Yeah, that's it. Right. So our roll
14.
14 for us.
This is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So
Down
his
to
wolf
5.
is down to 5.
It's
His
not a
dog,
wolf.
his mastiff, called Midnight. Why is that not done then? 5.
Nice.
There we go. Our roll
14.
14 for us.
6, 9, 10, 12. Oh, we still got 2 more attacks on him.
Yep, we can do it. And he's got what, 2 attacks before we have to bail or whatever?
9, 10, 12, 13, 18. Nice. He's got to get at least 2 successes. Right, okay, cool.
So Midnight is down to 1 HP.
Come on.
We're going to murder this man's dog.
I know, I don't want to.
Thank you for the follow, Unswipe Sphincter Taster. What a name, legend.
UST.
I'll roll.
9 times 12. Right, you can't beat that,
Okay,
so...
Is he dead?
Yeah, we've
Killed the dog.
Yeah, we've killed the master.
Is it my go? Your go?
318. I don't know.
It's your go. 318.
The dog is dead by your hand. You can hear somebody laughing and are surprised, not to say a little disturbed, when you look up and see that it is a tax collector.
Oh no.
You don't think your pathetic attempts at swordplay are enough to keep Midnight the immortal nightmare down on you? Pinchpenny says with a snort of derision. The mastiff body starts to twitch, the wounds you dealt it healing themselves before your very eyes. You don't wait to see what happens next, but take off into the hustle and bustle of the market. No! Add the word criminal to your adventure sheet. Should we go back to our checkpoint?
Yeah,
Okay.
this was just to see how it played out, honestly. It was. I wasn't going to fight the dog. There's no way
You say honestly way too casually. So
I killed that dog.
our checkpoint was 32. We didn't kill the dog anyway.
Yeah, well, he's an immortal. So this is back to 10. Our stamina's back to 10. I think we should have paid him.
It said 2 gold though. We don't have 2 gold.
It's 3 gold, isn't it?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, we do. We got 12 Sala coins.
As long as you can use a combination of
Yeah, you can. It's worth 10 gold coins.
Okay.
1 gold coin.
Okay, let's do that then.
So we've got 2 Sala coins left. That's it. Yeah.
I hope we get some gold soon. We can't buy anything from
We've
the
got
store.
the checkpoint. We can run away and become a criminal if we're desperate.
Yeah.
So our gold is down to 0.
And 2 silver coins. So
That is a high tax, yeah. This guy's going to get what's coming to him at one point, and hopefully we can recover all the shit we've paid to him. Which one? You hand over your hard-earned cash to the tax collector, deduct the appropriate number of gold pieces, and in return he gives you a token to prove that you have paid. Add the token to your
okay.
right token. With that, Pinchpenny goes on his way, his mastiff following faithfully at his heels. Turn to page 70.
Now we're skint and we can't do any spends.
We might not need them. There hasn't actually been any items really, isn't in this one.
Not yet.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, what are you saying? You pursue the Bruise Brothers' wares while also considering how much everything costs. So there's an elven blade, which is 15 gold pieces, a wooden shield, which is 6, dragon carnix. The carnix looks like a brass instrument, but its bronze trumpet has been fashioned to look like a dragon's head. That's 10 gold pieces. Iron mace for 8 gold pieces. There is silver chainmail, which is 18 gold pieces. So, these have all got special things as well. Add 1 to your current skill score. Bow and quiver, that has 12 arrows, that's 12 gold, and that adds... Oh, what's this? As long as you have some... Roll 2 dice, and if the number rolled is less than or equal to your skill, you hit your opponent, causing 2 stamina points damage. That doesn't make sense. When you are done, make a note of the number 10 to 400. So we can't afford anything.
We wouldn't have been able to afford anything anyway.
What does the Elven Blade do?
An elven blade, a short sword said to have been made by the elves of Stittle Woad. When used in combat, the wielder may add 1 point to their attack strength.
Nice.
That's only if it looks like it's only if it's below your initial score, because when you buy silver chainmail, the armor, you add 1 to your initial.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so turn to page 400. That would normally be frightening. Turning to page 400. This one is a bit longer, so...
Unless we finish the game by not killing the dog.
There are all manners of stalls set up within the bazaar, selling everything from the astronomical instruments to zodiac readings. Looking around you, make a mental note of the items and think you could prove most useful to you now that you are a full-blown member of the Adventurers Guild. You may buy as many items as you want as long as you have enough money to pay for them. So this is a pig roll, so...
We don't get this though, do we, until we go back to the pig boys?
No. So at least we can go back there and get it.
Yeah.
So I'll roll for our pig roll. 6.
Alright, so I'll just make a note that we have 2 silver coins.
Yeah. So these are the things we can buy from here. So there's an ancient treasure map, a bag of salt, basilisk skin boots, beeswax, copper armband, empty bottle, length of rope, Medusa grass, nose plugs, old lamp, potion of luck, skill and strength, provisions, 5 sour coins per meal.
Jeez.
Oh, so we can buy a meal. That gives us 4 HP basically. For sour coins. When you drink a potion of luck, restore your luck point to its initial score. If you drink a potion of skill, restore it to your initial. If you get a potion of strength, you get your stamina back to its initial. So that's quite good if we get to like 1 HP. Each meal gives you 4 stamina points. You may eat provisions at any time apart from when you're engaged in combat. The Shazarian Ale, which we can also buy, will also restore 4 stamina points, but you must reduce your attack strength by 1 for the duration of the next battle you have to fight. So that's only for 1 fight. If you have a swamp snake skin and want to try and sell it to one of the stall holders, turn to 474. If not, when you are done, turn to the section with the same number as you wrote down before visiting the bazaar. 120. 120.
Was it 120?
Have a look, you must have written it down. I'm sure it's 120.
Oh yeah.
120.
Nice.
Mental note of items noted. Yeah, there's like 300 on there.
How's it going,
Yeah,
yet?
how you doing, man?
So we're back at the Guildmaster with the quest board. What should we do?
So let's read out some of the quests.
So there's accompany Garrus's grand caravan to Shazar. There is pest control at King Solomon's mine. Solve the mystery of the screaming sky. Obtain the horn of the black unicorn. Bring Cardinal Zin to justice. Or collect Cauldron Weed for the witches of Dree.
Right, so
Do we do them in order?
do you think they're all in order of like difficulty by page number?
I don't know.
So is there anything about a snake that we can get a swamp snake skin?
No. Maybe Cauldron Weed.
Yeah.
Should we collect Cauldron Weed for the witches of Dree?
Yeah, I think maybe we should use that as our next quest.
It's my birthday. Happy birthday! Not yet.
Happy birthday, not yet.
I hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, I hope you're having a good birthday, man. So, should we choose page 88
Yeah.
to start our new quest?
Come on then. Hopefully we won't get poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing an hour and 30. I'm not ready to end it.
I know, it's because not yet said it was his birthday and we're streaming, so I thought we would go on a little bit longer. So here we go. Ah yes, collect Cauldron Weed for the Witches of Dree, says the Guildmaster. Well, that shouldn't prove too taxing as long as you keep your wits about you and know what you are looking for. Can you tell me where I'll find the Cauldron Weed the witches want, you ask? Oh sure, that's the easy bit. It grows in Bufon Fen, B-U.
Bufon Fen.
Yep. An area of swampland next to the Deedle Water, west of the witch village of Dree. The tricky part is going to be bringing it back, since the toad men of the fen are very protective of the plants and herbs that grow there. That's why the witches want someone to collect it for them. Mind you, they'll probably pay a pretty penny if you can get it to them. If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the bazaar to equip yourself. After all, you never know what you might be glad of, some nose plugs or a length of rope in Bufon Fen.
Shit.
If you want to take the Guildmaster's advice and visit the bazaar before setting off, and make a note of the page number 38.
We can't afford any of those things.
But we can go back there and retreat and do a different quest.
How can we do that?
Because we go back to... So just write number 38.
Oh, should we go back to 120 then? Let's go back to 120, pick another quest. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Well,
then.
yeah.
Because...
But this is to speed it up to get back to this quest. So we go back to 400 anyway. So just write 38 with if you have nose plugs and rope. Nose plugs and rope.
But what's 38?
38 is going into the quest. So if we have rope and nose plugs, we can jump straight to 38 and do the quest.
Okay.
So it's just put Cauldron Weed quest.
So that's not to go and buy them?
No, 400 is the quest page. 400 is the bazaar, I think.
Okay, that's good.
Okay?
Yes. 120?
400 takes us to the bazaar, and then from the bazaar... Yeah, it takes us around to 120, doesn't it?
So we need to note 400 bazaar, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
400, how bizarre. Yeah. So...
We're going to remember that now. What about... Maybe pest control at the mine, or accompanying the grand caravan.
I would go with the accompanying
the
caravan. Should we try that one? 282. Yes. Does seem like a good stopping point, to be honest. We'll find a quest. Don't worry.
Ooh, yes, says the guildmaster. Luquin Garrow has a valuable cargo he needs to deliver to Shazar on the southern plains. He's recruiting bodyguards to accompany his caravan, and he's paying 20 gold pieces each. It won't be a quick job, though. It will probably take a couple of weeks. I believe he's hired an experienced strong-arm captain to lead the expedition.
No.
That'll be you. So you'll probably be alright if you think you're up to it. If you think you're up to the task, the guildmaster directs you to the west gate, where the caravan is mustering. If you have a strong arm armband, turn to 98. If not, turn to 129. Alternatively, if you don't think you're up to it and are having doubts, you'd better turn back to 120 and choose an alternative. It's a warning.
I think we're better off just going and having a look at these quests and see if there's one that we decide we think we can handle.
So you want to go back to 120?
Yes. Does that tell you to remember a page on this one?
No, it just says if you have a strong arm armband.
Okay, so maybe write that down. So,
we need a strong arm.
Armband, yep.
Yep.
For...
the caravan quest.
Yes. So let's try pest control, 165.
If you have a rat catcher...
It does seem like they're giving you the opportunity to get a quest you're prepared for, yeah. You know about King Solomon's mine, don't you? The guildmaster asks. Without waiting to reply, it lies in the hills north of the city. Trouble is, when you start digging around underground, it's only going to be a matter of time before you disturb something that would have been better left alone. Do you know what sort of pests the miners are having trouble with, you ask? No idea. Could be anything from ratmen to rock grubs. Who knows? Mind you, if you're planning on heading underground yourself, it might be wise to visit the bazaar before you set off. If you want to head to the bazaar and equip yourself for the task ahead, make note of the number 273. So write 273. This is the pest control quest. But we don't have any. It doesn't tell us about any items we might need.
No.
Yeah. So back to 120.
Unless we just go for it.
You might as well see them all, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully law will help with this.
Yeah. And that's how you afford nose plugs and rope. Yeah, it does seem like they're giving you... Hopefully law will help you for this 273 pest quest. Okay, so...
I think that one so far would be the best bet.
The accompanying the quest?
No, the pest control.
Yeah, because it didn't actually tell... It did say be prepared at the thingy, but it didn't give us a specific item. Should we try another couple? And just see, and then at least we can start.
Like that one is like the main quest, because I'm sure it says something about Screaming Sky.
That was the bird thing, wasn't it? Yeah. So, and I feel like the obtain the horn of the black unicorn would be quite tough.
And the cardinal's den, that'll be a big boss.
There's only then 3 to check really. So should we just go across the board and just check this one? Bring Cardinal Zin to justice.
That's what I mean. He'll be like one of the big bosses.
We might as well read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 341. This is called Being Prepared, which shortens our playthrough down by at least 3 parts, I think. You could review the quest for the rest of today's stream. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. If we get through these, and then we'll know exactly which one we can choose and start off straight away with that next time.
Bringing cardinals into justice will be no mean feat, the guildmaster says. Why, you ask, who is Cardinal Zinn and what crime has he committed? The quest was posted anonymously, the veteran adventurer explained, so I do not know who wishes him to face Libra's justice. As to who he is, the Guildmaster lowers his voice and beckons you closer before going in on a conspiratorial manner. It is said that Cardinal Zinn is the head of an outlawed cult that goes by the name of the Sisters of the Brotherhood. Who the members of this cult are or where they meet, nobody knows. Somebody must know, you put in, otherwise how do people know there is such a cult? But finding them won't be easy. They are believed to have cursed a number of prominent individuals, including a prince of the royal household, if the rumours are true. To what end, you ask? To sow chaos and discord, but it would be wrong of me to let you even attempt such a challenge if you're not up to it. If your Amanor score is 16 points or higher, turn to 307. If not, turn to 327, which will probably tell us to just turn back.
Yeah.
This task is for someone else to complete, the Guildmaster tells you, or maybe you when you have gained some more experience. Yep. So yeah, we'll have to go back and do that later.
And then maybe write
16 Amanor.
Yeah. Cardinal Zinn, 16 Amanor. Okay, so solve the mystery of the Screaming Sky, 203.
I feel like that's going to be the same.
That's the only one that's in bold though. That Cardinal Sil wants in. It's a mystery, sure enough, says the Guildmaster. Vicious attacks on livestock, people going missing, and then there is a screaming that seems to come from the sky, which heralds an attack. Your curiosity piqued, you set off for the village of Coven. What?
Are we going?
No.
Yeah, we're on our way. So we're setting up on this quest.
Okay, so let's not do that then. So we've got that quest. So yeah, so let's look at the other quest because we don't want to go head into a quest without even knowing about it. Obtain the Horn of the Unicorn, 437. This is literally just having a check to see which quest we feel like actually going on. Because if it is a board, we would be looking at them, wouldn't we? Okay, so obtain the Horn of the Black Unicorn. Are you sure? Challenges the Guildmaster. That will be no minor undertaking. Indeed, it would challenge many seasoned adventurer, not least of all because of where it will take you. If your Amanor score is 16 points or above, turn to 305. If not, turn to 281. So we can't do that one either.
It's weird that the Screaming Sky just told you to go for it. Maybe that one is easier.
Don't know.
I think maybe we should do
pest control. Yeah. So did we have a shortcut page for pest control?
No, but we've got 120 saved. Do you want to set off or do you want to?
Let's leave it here and we will think about it ourselves and then we will see what happens. So this is going to be the end of part 2. I hope you really enjoyed it. We've made more progress this time around. We killed the rat pillar. We have better stats this time and we've got more skills as well. We got the world law skill this time, so it seems like you can only really get a few per playthrough unless you end up back in the place where you can choose. Other than that, we've had a look through the quests and there's probably a couple of quests that we think we might be able to go on, so I think we're probably going to go with pest control. So when we see you again with part 3, we're going to be taking part in one of these quests, getting right into the action, and then hopefully succeeding. So thank you all for watching. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and we will see you again with Secrets of the Salamonis part 3.